everyone, and welcome back to the Buddy Dispatch Project. This is week 23. Alright, so for today's session, we're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to start out with some reminders rather than an opening activity. Then we'll do the prompt and also look at the craft. Alright, so I also have some reminders for you. So I did send out a mandatory Google form in your email. I've sent several reminders actually, and I still haven't had everyone submit this. So if you get the chance, please submit this, because if you do not, that shows me that you are not an active participant in our program and you will be kicked out. We just want to ensure that all of our participants are actively participating, not just joining and not sending letters and not doing the crafts or not watching the recordings or coming to the meetings. And that's the whole point of the program. So if you're not doing that, unfortunately, you should not be in the program at all. And it's also frustrating to a lot of our buddies because they are not receiving letters from their pen pals, even though they are writing letters to them. So if you know that you don't have enough time to join or write letters, then please leave the program so that we can pair up your buddy with someone new. And you can indicate that on the Google form, so please do so, and then we can pair your buddy up with someone new. Also, we have the International Buddy Dispatch Program now. We have a class from Germany. They're about in 11th grade, and we will be doing a virtual pen pal program with them. We only have 25 spots, so you may be put on the waiting list if you sign up too late. So please sign up as soon as you can to ensure that you get a spot and a pen pal from Germany. So to find that information on how to sign up, please visit our website, or you can also find the information in your email. We sent you an email about it, or on the Instagram page at the Buddy Dispatch. Alright, and to make the project more organized and to have everything in one spot, I decided to make a Google Classroom page so you can see everything in one place and know when to do things, when to send your letters, and what the prompts and videos are. So here is a Google Classroom code which you can join with. I also sent it in an email as well as a link that you can just click that'll take you right to the Google Classroom. As of now, we only have about 5 people in the classroom, so make sure you sign up as soon as possible because this will be a mandatory requirement to be in the Google Classroom. And I also have the login information found on the Instagram page. So make sure you do that because I will start incorporating a new aspect of actually assigning assignments so that you can click turn in and I know who's participating and I know who's actually doing the letters and the crafts. So make sure you're in that because if you're not, you will not be considered in the Buddy Dispatch. Alright, and moving on to this week's topic. So this week is all about just getting to know your pen pal again. It's kind of just like a free write week. You can write about really whatever you want. It's more about establishing a stronger connection and talking about what you're passionate about, especially since we're starting the Germany program, and I thought that it would be good to introduce yourself, talk about your passions and hobbies and all that just so they can get to know you better. And also maybe there has been a disconnect between you and your buddy, so getting back into the swing of it and just really talking about whatever you really want to, especially because some of our buddies have been moved around since some people have left the program, so just starting over and just writing about whatever you want to. Alright, with that said, I still wrote up some possible prompts that you can use. By no means should you feel restricted to these. Again, you can write about whatever you desire. Just make it really personal and talk about who you are. So first one says, what are your hobbies? What do you do in your free time? Next, in your eyes, what is the meaning of life? Third, what are your struggles and how do you overcome them? Next up, we have, what goals do you have in life? What is something you know a lot about or are really passionate about? Write about that. And then how has the pandemic affected you? How have you changed over the past year or so? So again, these are just guiding ideas. By no means do you have to stick to these. You could just talk about your family, what you like to do, your goals in life, just really anything that's about you and you think would be interesting to your buddy. Alright, so for those of you who are interested in the Germany program, here's just an example of an email that I drafted to show you what your email should look like for when you're communicating with them. So make sure that you're asking questions, you're not just telling. Make sure you're really interactive so that they have something to respond to. And also keep in mind that they are learning English. They are not perfect English speakers, so you may need to simplify your speech or your vocabulary, but obviously make it so that they can understand. Also, I really recommend adding pictures because it's way easier to do this rather than sending it through the mail. So make sure you add pictures and questions throughout your email so that it makes it really interactive and you can actually get to know them. So on the screen is an example of something that I wrote. All right, and finally we have this week's craft. So I know we've done a lot of collages in the Buddy Dispatch, but I think collages are a really great way to show some of the things you're interested in, and this will be great for this week's theme of just getting to know each other all over again. So for the regular pen pals, when you're sending them in paper, I suggest using magazine or newspaper cutouts. Be creative, use images and words, and there are some examples on the left side of the screen there. It could be anything, your interest, what you like to do, your favorite colors. And then for the people participating in the virtual Germany program, I suggest using Google Drawing or like Google Docs because it's really easy to move the pictures around. And make sure you focus on like one overall theme. Like on the right side, it's travel. So you can put pictures of all the places you've traveled, and it'll be really easy to send it through Google Drawings because you can just take a screenshot and attach it to the email. And I think it's easier to format it and it's more organized rather than doing it on paper and then taking a photo of it. So that is this week's craft. Be really creative and colorful, and I think that'll be a great thing to send to your buddies, whether it's in person or on email. All right, so that concluded this week's session. I will be giving you updates on the Google Classroom rather than on this video to give you an incentive to join. So please join the Google Classroom and you will find all the information about the important reminders such as the next meeting and things like that. So make sure you join that. And thank you for watching the recording today. I hope to see you soon. Bye!